All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something a bit different, something huge, really. We're going to tackle one of those questions that has kept people up at night for centuries, the end of the world. And we're going to do it by exploring the ideas from one single, really fascinating philosophical lecture.
So, let's just jump right in, shall we? Is the world actually ending? The philosophical lecture we're looking at today doesn't treat this like some sci-fi movie plot. No, it sees this as a really fundamental question about what it means to exist. And it gives a surprisingly direct answer.
So the short answer is yes. An end is absolutely coming. The speaker is super clear on that point. They argue that nothing, and I mean nothing, in our entire experience, in the whole universe, goes on forever. But, and this is the important part, to really get what this means, we have to completely throw out our usual ideas of fire, brimstone, and destruction.
See, the core idea here isn't about some big, explosive finale. Not at all. Instead, it's all about a basic principle of the cosmos, something the speaker calls a great return to the origin. Let's break down what that actually means.
Okay, this slide right here, it completely reframes the whole conversation. On the left, you've got our normal idea of an end. Destruction, extinction, everything's gone. But on the right is this concept from the lecture, Wan Si Ban Bon. This means something more like a regression, a journey back to its original place. It's not about just vanishing, it's about going home.
So, what exactly is Wan Si Ban Bon? Well, think of it as a universal law. It states that everything, and I mean everything, from the biggest galaxies to the tiniest particles, is on a round trip. It's on a predetermined path to go right back to where it all started. It's a cosmic cycle of leaving and coming back.
The source material lays out a few key ideas for this. It suggests that our entire physical universe, all the stars, the planets, you and me, was made from only about 30% of the total energy in the cosmos. And here's the kicker. This creation wasn't an accident. It was done for a reason. And because it was created for a purpose, it's temporary. Its whole destiny is to fulfill that purpose and then return. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds like some New Age philosophy or maybe a cutting-edge physics theory, right? But the speaker actually roots this whole idea in a source that's incredibly ancient.
Turns out, the key is hidden in this ancient Korean text called the Cheonbukyeong. It's said to be, believe it or not, a blueprint of the entire universe. According to the speaker, everything from the creation of heaven and earth to this great return, this Wan Si Ban Ben, is all laid out right here.
And get this is the part that just blows my mind. The whole code of the cosmos, from beginning to end, is supposedly packed into just 81 characters. I mean, talk about cosmic compression.
So let's look at how it starts. Il, she, mu, she. A rough translation is one begins, but there is no beginning. So right from the very first line, it's setting up this idea of a cycle. Something starts, but it doesn't have a real straight line starting point. It's a loop, not a line.
And then this. This just nails the whole point. The text ends with Il. One ends, but there is no end. So the big takeaway is that our whole idea of a final, definite end is just an illusion. What we think of as an end is just another point in this infinite, looping process of return.
Okay, so if the whole universe is just in this constant cycle of return, why does it all feel so permanent and linear to us? I mean, why do we measure our world in billions of years? Well, according to the lecture, it all comes down to perspective.
As humans, we're kind of stuck inside our own little bubble of time and space. So it's only natural that we try to measure the entire cosmos with our own tiny ruler. We think in days and years and millennia, and we try to squeeze the universe into our own calculations.
And this is where the speaker just drops this huge reality check on us. All of our massive timelines, we're talking hundreds of millions, even billions of years, are described as just a moment on the cosmic scale. Our entire existence is basically the blink of a cosmic eye.
This slide really lays it all out, side by side. On the left is our view, this huge, long, straight line of history. But on the right is the cosmic perspective from the lecture. From that point of view, the creation of our entire universe is just a single incident, a little event happening within the endless laws of the cosmos. It's an event that has a start and a finish, sure, but the system it belongs to has neither.
So all of this leaves us with one final, and I think pretty provocative thought. If the so-called end isn't really about destruction, but about a purposeful return to the origin, well, that changes everything. The question is no longer, when is the world going to end? Instead, it becomes, What is our role? What is our purpose in this huge cosmic journey back home? And that's a question worth chewing on.